everyone, my name is Kira.
Hi again, I'm Alexis.
Today we're going to be moving on to Unit 2, which is called Let's Get Moving.
Let's get moving!
Hope everyone has their activity books nearby. We're going to be asking you to write 3 to 5 words down that would best describe how your body feels today.
I think today, if I really think about what my body is feeling at this moment, I'm feeling a little sleepy. How about you, Kira?
Well, I had a lovely night's sleep, so I'm going to say I'm rested.
I rode my bike into work today, so I think one of my other words is warm. My body feels pretty warm from my bike ride in.
Okay, warm. Well, as I had a great night's sleep, I did wake up really hungry, so I made myself an omelet. So at the moment, I'm quite full.
And I think my last word is excited, because I'm feeling pretty excited about today.
Great. Well, I'm feeling pretty happy myself, so I'm going to say happy.
Nice.
All right, so I have 3 words. You have 3 words as well, Alexis.
I do.
Okay.
Maybe we could do a little bit of a warm-up, just because I am feeling that little bit of sleepy in my body and behind my eyes. Maybe we could do just a quick yawn stretch.
That sounds great.
Start. I think I just need to get nice yawn.
Oh, yawning is great too because it gets the oxygen back into our bodies.
Oh, that breathing we did in the last unit.
That's right.
That's right. Maybe a little twist?
Let's give that a try. Ooh, I can feel my spine waking up.
Me too. Wonder if we stretch our arms out far away from us as possible. Oh, and what about behind us? We could try to see if we could reach someone if there was someone behind us.
Oh, that feels great.
Great.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope your body feels nice and warm. I know mine does.
Me too.
Let's get into the next section. It's called the physical body.
We're going to start with moving through our body. We're going to start at the head. And we're going to go through all of our body parts and move them in isolation. And isolation means that you just isolate or only move that one body part.
Oh, I see. So as we're going through this section, I should only place my focus on one area rather than try to move multiple areas at the same time.
That's exactly it.
Perfect, I can do that. Let's start off with moving our heads. Everyone, try to bring your chin down to your chest. And then, looking up, not to crunch the back of your neck, but to see the ceiling. Let's try that 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now from there, let's tilt our head over, dropping our ear down to our shoulder. And repeat the same thing on the opposite side. Let's go for 8 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And now look over to your right shoulder and over to your left shoulder. You don't have to hyperextend your look past your shoulder. You can stop just looking at to the side. Let's go for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Wow, my head and my neck feel so warmed up right now. Should we move on to the shoulders?
Sounds great.
Okay, why don't we lift them up to our ears? And drop. And up to our ears. And drop. Oh my goodness, Kira, I just remembered. The breath. Should we try it with an inhale?
Yes, let's give it a try.
Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. And what about a nice big roll of our shoulders? Let's go forward and back. And let's do that again. Forward and back. Just moving the shoulders. Inhale and back. And let's do one more of those. Inhale and back.
Can we try going in the opposite direction?
What a great idea. Wow.
My upper
feels
body
great.
feels really warm.
Me too. If we reached out to the side, I wonder if, I imagine that I might reach to pick something up off a shelf and then come back to the center. That way I'm only moving my ribs. Let's try that to the other side. I'm gonna reach and come back. Let's try that again. Reach and back. Last time, reach and back. Oh, that feels good.
Oh, that was a great stretch.
Now that we've done a good job of waking up and warming up and isolating our upper body, Kira, do you have any ideas of what we should do for the lower half of our body?
I do. Let's start off with marching. We want to wake up all of the muscles in our lower legs. Let's place our hands on our hips, or if you are standing up and you'd like to use some balance help, place your hand against the wall, or you can use the top of a chair. Another modifier, which Alexis will show us, is maybe leaning a little farther back so that way you're comfortable as sitting down. Let's start with our right foot, lifting up and lowering down. Left leg up and lower. Right and lower, left, 4 more times. 1 and lower, 2 and lower, 3 and lower, last one, 4 and lower. Now that we've completed the first section, let's move on to the second. You're going to lift one leg and perform some circles with your ankle. If you need help with balance, you can place your hand against a wall or use the top of a chair. Alexis, your modifiers, what will they be?
I'm actually gonna put my hands underneath my thigh and I'm gonna sit back in my chair again so that I can actually support the weight of my leg with my hands.
Sounds good. Let's start off with our right leg. Lifting up and 4 ankle circles with your right. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's reverse it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's lower that leg and lift your opposite leg. 4 circles in one direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, and change direction. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. Lower those legs down.
Wow, that feels really great. I feel like I've checked in with all sorts of different parts of my body and they all feel a little more awake and ready to work.
My body is warm. I hope yours is too. Let's move on to the next section.
So one of the reasons why it's important to get to know all these different parts of our bodies and how they move is because our bodies do a lot of communicating. They communicate how we feel and sometimes what we think to other people without us even saying a word. So we're going to do a little exercise now to explore how we communicate with our bodies. I'd like you to think about making a statue, a frozen picture, which means you can't move. But the one thing you can do, which we remember from Unit 1, is you are allowed to breathe. So taking a nice deep breath in and a nice deep breath out, we're going to find a statue or a frozen picture that you can create with your whole body, thinking about something you might do around the house. So Kira, could you show me with your whole body, without saying any words or making any sound, what you would look like if you were mowing the lawn.
Okay, so the first thing is I place my hands on the top of the lawnmower. Then I might place one foot behind the other as if I'm pushing the lawnmower, and then extending my arms out forward.
That looks great. I wonder, even though you have your mask on, is there anything you could do with your eyes or the rest of your face, just so we could see a little bit about how you feel about having to mow the lawn? That's great. Nice work. So what we're going to do now is we're going to give you a list of other things you can try at home that would be other activities that you would find around the house or things that you might do inside the day. Here's your list, and you can press pause on the video to give them a try. Great. So now that you've done some daily activities and things you might do around the house, let's think about making some statues that might communicate emotions and how you are feeling. So Kira, what would you look like if I was to give you the most incredible present ever?
Well, as the holiday season is approaching, I'm thinking maybe something like this.
That's fantastic. I really like the present I got for you, whatever it was.
That was it.
So now again, we're going to give you a list, and you can try some of these other emotions and making your whole body statue. Just remember to keep breathing. That's the most important part. So here's your list, and you can pause the video to give them a try. Great work. So we're going to take this exercise one more step. Go back to your list of words, the words that you wrote today at the beginning of the unit. Do you remember what your 3 words were that described how your body was feeling? Kira, what was one of your words?
One of my words was full. Full because I had my omelet this morning.
Nice. So just pick one of those words, so full, and I want you to create that statue, that frozen picture that could really communicate to me that word, full. That's very good. Now, if you were to think about the opposite to full, what would that word be?
Thinking that word might be empty.
Full and empty. Those are opposites. Great. So what would your body look like if it was empty? Nice. So can you remember the breathing exercises, the counting one we did in the first unit?
Absolutely. My numbers were 3 and 6.
Nice. So why don't you start with your word full and take your breath in on the 3 and then use the 6 to get to your shape, which is empty. That's great. Really beautiful. It communicates a lot to me about how you were feeling full and then empty. So you're going to take some time now, everybody, and go through that same exercise. Pick one of your words, find the shape, then do the opposite, and then you can take your breathing, your counting, and move from one to the other. And just feel what is that journey to go from feeling one thing to the other.
Let's move on to the next exercise. We're going to play a little game called Receive and Transmit. Alexis, what exactly is receiving and transmitting?
That's a good question. Well, if I was to pass a message or need to get a message to someone and communicate something, I would transmit the message. So I'm going to say something with my body that would transmit maybe how I'm feeling right now. And then if I'm the person who's receiving the message, then I'm the one who's observing what this other person is sending to me. So it's the way that we communicate. We receive and we transmit.
I understand now. So, moving on to the game. First step, you're going to make a movement or gesture based on how you feel right now. Then you're going to make a movement, gesture, and pass it off to another person, either in your class or whoever is beside you. And then say the person's name. Alexis.
Now, to let Kira know that I have received her message, I'm going to do the exact movement that she did. And I'm going to say her name back to her, Kira. Then I'm going to do my own movement about how I feel. And I'm going to say the name of someone else to pass my message to. Now, because it's just Kira and I working right now, I'm going to have to say Kira. But if this was me in your class, I would be choosing a different person to make sure that the message gets passed along. So here I go. Kira.
And again, I will receive Alexis's message and pass off my new gesture or movement to someone else in the class. Again, we're going to repeat this until everyone in the class has had a moment to receive and transmit a gesture.
Wow, that was a lot of fun. I feel really good after playing that game.
So do I. I enjoyed the fact that we were able to receive and transmit information without saying a word.
It's pretty magical. So now that we have stretched our bodies, we've created our own personal pictures, and we've communicated some emotions with our movement, how does your body feel now? Has it changed from when we started the unit?
You know what, Alexis? I really do feel different. It's an amazing experience to receive information and transmit it without saying a word. Everyone, can you write down 3 to 5 words that best describe how you feel right now that we've completed the exercise?